Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Truth Be Told with the Common Sense Approach. Here we cover top stories and break them down on a common sense level. We play devil's advocate and we might hurt some feelings in the process. On this episode, we're talking about Chrisean Rock and Blueface. Known for their wild and toxic relationship, they both recently were on the Jason Lee show for an interview. We must talk about this. You won't find this point of view anywhere else. Sit tight. So, Chrisean and Blueface were on the Jason Lee show recently. And I must say they were high as a kite. Well, at least Blueface. He seemed like he was on another planet the whole episode. Chrisean, of course, she's going to have um her liquor, okay? That did not change. She was definitely drinking on the Jason Lee show. So I'm just assuming that she didn't know she was pregnant at this time. But yeah, they was feeling themselves. They was real relaxed on the Jason Lee show. Chrisean even said, I like you. This interview is gonna go really good. And I must say, Jason Lee did a really good job with Chrisean. If you understand where I'm coming from, okay? Jason asked some really good questions, especially about Blueface's home life. Blueface and Chrisean definitely implied that Blueface's home environment wasn't the best. Chrisean actually pushed that fact, like everybody keeps acting like, he had a good home life. But what was wild about this whole topic was that when Jason Lee kept trying to dig, neither of them could say what the issue was. I don't know what it is between Blueface and his mother, but I feel like there's something there that is unspoken. And I feel like most of us can see that there's something there that is weird or that is like unspoken of. And like I said, Jason Lee was trying to dig like what's the issue? So you didn't have a good home life, and it was always a no, no, no. What is the issue? But they couldn't really say what the issue was. That's something I'm definitely gonna look out for. I'm sure something's gonna blow up in the media or the news soon enough. With these two, it's always something, okay? um, so Chrisean has mentioned being abused in her family situation growing up, abused, beaten on, and stuff. And she said that actually her and her siblings and her mother were abused by her stepdad. Now, Chrisean mentioned her stepdad was with her mother and her siblings the day that her and Blueface went down to Baltimore on Crazy in Love, and her dad got punched by Blueface. Yeah, her stepdad was there too. And she did mention, like, yeah, my stepdad was there, and he played the background as he should. He wasn't all up in the camera. Now, I am wondering, was that the same stepdad that abused them? That man who was playing the background as he should? You know, um, Chrisean is still growing right now, and she tells us bits and pieces of what she's went through. But I don't think she has really accepted what she went through and is ready to heal from it. Because the moment that she's ready to heal from it is the moment that we hear the whole truth and nothing but the truth, and we know who's who and what's what and what was did, what was done. You know, because I mean, if that was the man that abused her and her siblings and her mother, and he's still around, that's a hard pill to swallow. That is a very hard pill to swallow. um and we all know that Chrisean, she is she is forced to be reckoned with. Let me put it like that. That girl is a force to be reckoned with. One minute you love her, one minute you hate her, one minute she's making you cry. And I can say actually there were moments on the Jason Lee show where I'm like, oh my god, like my soul is crying for this child. There was one point in time when Jason Lee He was playing some game with her. I don't know what the name of the game was, but this particular game, he showed a picture and she's supposed to say the first word or how she feels about the person. So it was dang, what's the fat singer song? Yeah, Lizzo. So so Lizzo, he flashed a picture of Lizzo for Halloween of 2022, and Lizzo was dressed up as Chrisean. And Chrisean actually, she was like, I don't know what to say. And this isn't verbatim, but she was basically like, I don't know what to say because people like making fun of me. So I don't know if people are making fun of me or if they're not. So she said, I don't know if I should be like vulnerable or naive or whatever. And then Jason Lee was trying to tell her, like, no, Lizzo likes you. And this was like a big ups to you. Like, this wasn't her being funny or making fun of you. But when Chrisean sat there and said, like, I don't know, because people make fun of me, like, when she has those moments when she is being vulnerable, you feel for her. She's so easy to feel for. It's a innocence about her that you have to just be like, well, damn, and you just want to grab her and hug her because she plays this tough guy role, this tough girl role, but in reality, she's just a real innocent, naive little girl who doesn't know any better. Like Chrisean doesn't have any home training, and everyone talks about her, and she's nasty, and she's this and that, da 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 da. She literally don't have no home training because who sat down and told her? Who sat down and taught her certain things, Who sat down and taught her, oh, well, a lady should act like this. A woman should do this. You need to make sure you look this way. When you're out to dinner, you make sure you chew with your mouth closed. You take your elbows off the table. If you're in an elegant restaurant, you act classy. There's a time and a place for everything. Sit still, look up, hold your head high. Posture is everything. Who's taught her that? She hasn't had anyone to teach her anything like that. Chrisean, she's really easy to feel for. Anybody with a a a a heart and a soul, you know, can feel for a person and can see. You definitely have to be gifted to see certain things. I'm able to see that while she plays this tough girl role, while she acts crazy and wants to fight and wants to do all of this, she's hurting on the inside. That's as simple as that. But yeah, I just said that to say this. There'll be moments in her interview with Jason Lee that really just touched my heart, you know. But excuse me, Jason Lee, why you had all of their business up on TV like that? Like, why does the whole world know that they have their money in a shoebox and not a bank account, knowing damn well these famous people be getting their things stolen too? I thought that was very tasteless for Jason Lee to dive into their money. And then hello is very naive of Blueface and Chrisean to confirm and be like, oh yeah, we do got our money in a shoebox. With all the robberies we be seeing going on with these famous wealthy people, the break-ins, now how many people know that their money not even secure? I thought that was very much tasteless and not fair and very like, come on now. And Blueface, oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's so easy to understand that every move that Chrisean and Blueface make, it's for the money. If you don't get that by now, then you're just living under a rock. They had a music video come out recently, and in the music video, it was clips of the time when Chrisean was acting up in an interview that went completely left. When she was kicking and screaming and begging Blueface, they put those clips in in her in his music video. You know, everything that they do when they say that they're broken up, when they say that they're together, when they say they're gonna get married, and when he says, "Oh, I'll never marry her." When she says, "I'm pregnant," he says, "It's not my baby. It must be 10 other dudes that she slept with." That is all for show, okay? Blueface, when Blueface was asked to describe Chrisean Rock, he did say, "She's the best and worst person that ever happened to me." He's such a manipulator, it's ridiculous. Ninja, how you gonna say I'm the best and worst? Am I the best thing that ever happened to you, or am I the worst thing that ever happened to you? Pick one. It's like he talking to the audience, us, the audience, and Chrisean at the same time. He's telling the audience, "Oh, she's the worst thing that ever happened," and then he's telling her she's the best thing that ever happened. You can manipulate her all you want because baby girl is fragile right now. Let's be honest. She's very fragile right now. You can manipulate her all you want, but you're not gonna manipulate me. You're not gonna you see my thing with Blueface is there's a large community that has his back 110%. You know, as they should, because we're not gonna sit here and act like Blueface is the problem. Honestly, with Chrisean, even though I feel for her, Chrisean is the bigger problem than Blueface. When it comes to their toxic relationship, I can say Chrisean is a bigger problem than Blueface. They both have their issues, but what we thought we were gonna see, we thought we was gonna see this man just straight manipulating her, using her, abusing her. That's not what we see. You know, Chrisean has her own issues and she's very toxic. Okay, but Blueface, you're not gonna manipulate me and try to talk about some. Oh, she's the best and worst thing that ever happened to you. No, just keep it a buck. She the best thing that ever happened to you. I feel like in his heart, he loves her, and in his heart, he feels like she's the best thing that ever happened to him because he has his own issues too. They're both crazy. They're both going through their own shit. He puts on this persona that he's this sane, 100% sane person, and he's not toxic neither. No, he's toxic just like her. She's just more toxic. And then he tends to push her out there, and he knows what he's doing. For example, when Chrisean got into that big old dispute at that interview that she did where she was wilding out, tripping, screaming, busting TVs and all of that. In my opinion, Blueface could have definitely prevented that because from what I seen, that man that it was a man and a woman, that man that was interviewing her didn't even like her. The energy that he was sending off was on some "fuck you, you're beneath me" type energy in the first place. Let's be very clear. I feel like Blueface, he doesn't stick up for Chrisean when he should. And I feel like he sticks up for her, but not when he should. I feel like there's certain points in times where he uses the fact that we all know that she's toxic as fuck to his advantage. And he'll try to play both sides, the media versus Chrisean. Blueface will play both sides. And I don't like that. Because if that's your woman and you sticking beside her and you fuck with her, keep that same energy 24/7. Don't act differently if you out in public or if you at a certain radio show and you see that them people don't like your woman or they're talking down to your woman. You need to have your woman back 110%, period. That's not cool. That's what I don't like. Don't pick and choose when you fuck with her. Don't pick and choose, especially when you know people are wrong. That man, I gotta, who was that man? He was downright disrespectful to Chrisean. And Chrisean felt that energy. See, some of us, you can't play with us. I don't care how toxic Chrisean is. I don't care how bad she is, how crazy she is. At the end of the day, she's very sensitive. She's a highly sensitive being. That's what you're dealing with when you're dealing with Chrisean. When people talk about highly sensitive beings, she's a highly sensitive being. Clearly, she's very emotional. And 9 times out of 10, highly sensitive people, especially ones that are very emotional, they can pick up in a heartbeat when somebody don't really like them. I was watching an interview, and the average person will sit there and be like, "Oh, like she's tripping." No, I felt his energy towards her, and I'm on the opposite side of the screen across the damn world. You could tell I felt it by how he was talking to her and how it was like he was talking down to her. And like she said, she be doing interviews with people who really don't like her, and she's feeling that. And my thing is, Blueface, you should have had her back, period. Because when he was sitting there talking to her like that, you and her should have both got up and been going. It shouldn't have been no, oh, Chrisean gotta go. No, y'all should have both hopped up and left. Period. I don't like that. Not one bit. I found it very interesting how Blueface described their relationship as playing defense. Like they're always in defense. Like, and I completely understand that. And I feel like their relationship is so much deeper than what we see, so much deeper than the 3D. It's like a very spiritual thing. And when I say that, what I mean is he said they're always playing defense as in they don't go messing with nobody. They don't go attacking nobody. People are always messing with them and attacking them, which is true. At the end of the day, we don't have to like their relationship, but it's not our job to reprimand them. You get what I'm saying? We don't have to deal with them. They're not our children. Even if they were our children, they're grown ass adults. There's a lot of everybody who got their 2 cents, who got something to say. And at the end of the day, when you're putting your business online, people will have something to say. But for example, the family, the mother, the father, the brothers, the sisters, they want to have so much to say and try to do something about it. They and they're attacking Blueface and they're attacking Chrisean. So, like Blueface said, they're always in defense mode. They're never in offense mode. They're not going talking shit to their parents, to their uncles, to their brothers, to their sisters. They're not going putting them on Front Street, putting their business out there. They're not doing none of that. And it was very much highlighted, like Jason Lee said, why are you protecting the people who are shitting on you? You know what I'm saying? But let me tell y'all something. Why Chrisean and Blueface just might make it to the top. Because on a spiritual level, when you're not fucking with people and people keep messing with you, excuse my language, y'all got me cussing on here. When you're not messing with nobody and people keep messing with you, guess what? You're going to be blessed. Because at the end of the day, is what is the intent in your heart? What is your intention? Your intention is to make it to the top, but not hurt nobody on the way up. Meanwhile, their intent is to hurt you, take from you, misuse you, use you. You know what I'm saying? It's all about attentions. I could get deep. I could get real deep. I could get real deep on here. If you want to, like, you know what I'm saying? This could get so deep when people don't understand. Oh my God, this person has been so good their whole life. They're a college graduate. They're a millionaire. But why did this horrible thing happen to them? Well, all these years, what was their intent? What don't you know? You know what I'm saying? And then people be like, oh, well, this person's such a bad person. They did this, that, and the third, but good things keep happening to them. Okay, from the outside looking in, it looks like they did all this bad stuff, but was that their intention? What are people's intentions? I'm not going to get into the worldly, godly, spiritual aspect too much. But what I'm saying is Chrisean and Blueface, the reason they're going to make it is because of their intentions. They might be toxic as hell. They might be ain't shit to some people. Chrisean might be stupid to some people, slow to some people. You know what I'm saying? But what are her intentions? Her intentions isn't to hurt nobody. even though she be whooping ass. You know what I'm saying? Even though she be whooping ass, that's not her intention to hurt anyone. In her mind, in her heart, she's defending herself. That is what she knows. Blueface says they're always in defense mode. They both help their family out, giving them money. Let's talk about Chrisean's brother, the one that was on the episode, the one that was all up smiling in Blueface's face. But then when the other family members came around, he was whispering to his father, "Oh yeah, you should punch Blueface," and had set his old ass father up to punch Blueface, and Blueface knocked that old man out. Let's talk about that brother right there. The brother who sat there and was trying to get on Blueface for hitting Chrisean when he done sat there and beat up 3, 4 of his baby mamas. Let's talk about that brother right there who sat there and instigated his father to get his father ass whooped, but was sitting there smiling and Blueface and Chrisean Rock face this whole time and getting money from Chrisean the whole time. And then when this shit aired out, Chrisean was like, "I'm good, like, go on about your business." Because that's shady what you did. They didn't even know. Let's talk about that. How would you feel if you had millions of dollars and you're a young adult, you're not even in your 30s yet, not in your late 20s, you in your mid 20s, early and mid 20s, and your blood, your family, your bloodline, you can't even trust them. You can't even trust your own blood. Imagine being in that predicament. Then to top it off, you got trauma from a childhood trauma on your back still. Where do you turn? Who do you turn to? Because you can't trust your bloodline. Then we wonder why they smoking and drinking, always high. Look like they never on this fucking planet. They on a whole nother planet 24/7. Why they stuck with each other? Why they stay with each other? Because they all, in their minds, they got. Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? Because it's very clear to me. Whack 100 was there, sitting watching the show go on. I thought it was very funny when Jason Lee was trying to question Blueface about the snitching topic. Whack 100 was heard in the background talking about, "Up, show's over," or something like that. He said he either said show's over or it's a wrap, it's a wrap. And Chrisean was trying to shush Blueface. Like, shh, yeah, we don't know about that. We don't know about that. What you talking about? That was so funny. Chrisean is so gangster, bro. That is a all she gotta do is get on her classy shit. You can't sell her nothing. She got the street shit down pat. She get her classiness down pat. You know what? They should do an episode of etiquette. What show did they have that they had the ladies? I think it was like a basketball wives or something, and they brought the ladies to like some etiquette place where they taught the girls like how to eat at a restaurant and not put their elbows on the table and what spoon to use for this and what salad fork to use and what soup spoon to use. Like they taught the ladies all that stuff or whatever, how to chew with their mouth closed, all of that. Like I feel like she needs like a etiquette. Like, sis, do you know who you would be if you just get your classiness down pat? Because Candy and I tell you nothing. Candy and I tell you nothing, boo. Lady in the streets, but a freak in the sheets. Hello, Chrisean. Prove everybody wrong. Because so many people, Chrisean, so many people got so much to say about Chrisean. I always say I'm rooting for her. This is about my 4th video I did on Chrisean. Listen, I done told y'all, 1 minute I'm mad at her, 1 minute I'm sad at her, 1 minute I feel for her, 1 minute I want to strangle her. That girl will really have you in your emotions, and I don't even know her. But I'm an empath, so I feel. You feel me? And especially, I'm telling y'all, that is a special child. That is a special gifted child, bruh. I don't care what nobody is telling me. I don't care. I don't care. She really sat there and was like, well, I don't know what to say because I don't know if I should be naive or vulnerable because I don't know if Lizzo is trying to be funny and like laugh at me. How the fuck, if you a human being with a soul, can you not feel for her? Like that was so innocent. That was so innocent and pure. And you could just see the look on her face like she was really literally sitting there confused. Chrisean needs to understand that there's a lot of people out there who love her and root for her. The ones that's hating on you, boo, them the ones still, them the hood rats that's still in the hood and wishing that they were you, boo. That's who's hating on you. The soulless beings. Remember spiritual warfare, boo? The ones hating on you, Christian, those are the demonic ones, boo. Because if we're talking about spiritual warfare, yeah, the haters are the ones, yeah, against you, yeah. The ones rooting for you, that's your tribe, boo. You're in a vulnerable place where you're not really fully understanding where you stand. You got to understand that you're planted firmly in your position. Keep your position. Don't get knocked off. And when you feel secure, start climbing. But don't get knocked off your position, boo. Because that's what people want. For real. Like, for real, for real. Blueface, you need to tell us what's going on between you and your mama, though. Because I'm waiting for the tea. I'm waiting because the whole world thinking that you grew up good and stuff. But first of all, I've always heard that you had a good, life growing up. Your mother, put you in like acting classes or something of that nature. Don't quote me on this, but basically she, pushed you to go to college and like pushed your basketball career. You know what I'm saying? But seeing the dynamics between you and your mother, how you treat your mother, and things of that nature, it really made me look like, what's going on here? What am I missing? You know? And one thing I can say, I'm a black woman, so I can speak on us black women. A lot of black women tend to treat their sons like their boyfriends or husbands. And I'm not talking like Blueface said, not in an incestual way, but in the way of what their daughters, black women tend to be more tough on their daughters, and then what the sons cling to the sons and think that the sons need to provide for them and do this for them or do that for them, or the sons owe them something. And as black women, we have to get away from that because that is not how it's supposed to go. Then we come up with a society with these tough ass black girls and these weak little weak ass boys, and we try to figure out why. But then everyone wants to say, well, be soft, soft life, soft. Well, how can our women be soft when our parents are raising the girls to be tough and the boys to be weak, coddling the boys? The boys can't do any wrong. Then when the boys become men, the mother wants to compete with the boys' girlfriends. Hmm. How do we fix that? By letting our boys be boys, letting our men be men. Don't hold them too tight, but don't let them go. Don't let the reins go too loose. set them up for success, but let them make mistakes. If Blueface wants to be with Chrisean, there's nothing his mother should be able to do about that or say about that, period. Chrisean should not be in Blueface's house, and the mother enters the house and has the nerve to disrespect Chrisean. That's out of place. Because that's what girlfriends do. That's what bitches do. That's not what mommies do. If you don't like your son's girlfriend, then that means that you need to take a step back then. Gone are the days where us black women, I don't have a son, so I'm just speaking hypothetically. Gone are the days where us black women are arguing and fighting with our sons' girlfriends. What the hell? Where they do that at? And then my thing is, oh my God, Blueface's mom is so pretty. She is a beautiful woman. And like Blueface said, I don't get into it with my mom's boyfriend. So why is she getting into it with my girlfriend? I'm 100%. I get that. Stop being catty. Stop being catty. That's exactly what that is, being catty. And then, like Blueface said, then his sister hops in it. So it's like now it's like he don't fuck with his sister and his mom. That's corny at the end of the day. And then that's how family dynamics happen. The you want to know how you push your children away, forcing them, being forceful with who they dealing with. If you really don't like Chrisean, listen. Let me not even Chrisean. Let's just speak generally. As a woman, as a parent, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever. If you really don't like your child's spouse, you know the best way to let that shit go, to get that shit broken up, endorse it, boo. Be all over him. Be the doting, loving mother-in-law. But the mothers who sit there and try to break it up, whatever, no, because that man will choose the girlfriend over you. 9 times out of 10. And if he don't, he's a jazz ninja, and he's corny. And he's a mama's boy. No real woman want no mama's boy. I'm sorry. I don't care. No real woman want a mama's boy. That's weird. That is weird. Are you sleeping with me or are you sleeping with your mother? Weirdo. Are you trying to create a family with me or are you trying to create a family with your mother? Because I can send you back home. Because what we not doing is another woman dictating what's going on in my house. Respectfully, mommy dearest. And I feel like a lot of mothers do this. And it's really wild to me because the relationship that you see in Crazy in Love, right? The relationship between Blueface and his mother is so weird. It's so weird because you don't see the love. You don't see love between them. You don't like, they look like, honestly, the energy between them is not like a mother and son energy. You would think she's an annoying ex girlfriend. That's the energy I see, like an annoying ex girlfriend. I don't see like a caring mother. Like I don't see like he disregards her feelings on all levels. And that means something. What does it mean? I don't know. I'm sure it'll come out. It's 2023, January 2023. I'm sure it'll come out sometime this year. I'm not saying it's anything specific. I'm not saying what it is or what it's not. I'm not even saying it's something. Yes, I am. It's something. I don't know what. It's something. It's something. So either we missing a big part of Blueface's life, We missing something. We're definitely, and even with Chrisean's life, we're missing something too. Because we see them pictures with her and she was just smiley and happy and athletic. Where was she then? Was she in like an adopted? Was she adopted? Was she in like a foster home? Where was she at that point in time in her life? Because she was in a toxic environment with her biological family. In the interview, she does imply that she had different families. She said that, oh, everyone says like family, family, family. She said something along those lines of, yeah, your family and your family. She was saying something about different families. Honestly, I can't speak verbatim. Let me see. There was something I wanted to bring up. Yeah. So yeah. So like I was saying. So yeah, there was a point in time in Chrisean's life where like, oh, like beautiful girl. She talked different. Um, just brightest smile. And then now, you know, she's completely different. Fun fact: Chrisean didn't start drinking until she met Blueface. We found this out on the Jason Lee show. Chrisean said, "Yeah, you'll see pictures of me holding bottles. I ain't never drink no bottles." She said, "I didn't start drinking until I got on the Blue Girls Club with Blueface, and Blueface used to make us drink. Now all I do is drink." I mean, we can't sit here and be like Blueface, oh, it's your fault she drinking, whatever, because at the end of the day, she's a grown adult. She makes the choices, but at the end of the day, if she never met Blueface, she wouldn't be drinking the way she is. There's women like B. Simone, Megan Ashley, Lizzo, Glorilla, Ice Spice, who have shown support for Chrisean. There was another girl, I forgot her name. But they have shown support for Chrisean. Chrisean, you are loved by many. We're rooting for you. Even though you toxic and crazy and all of that, but you are loved by many. And you're a special being. And you're so spiritual. If you hear me, hear this. You create your own reality. So think more positive. Think positive. Even if you know that motherfuckers don't like you, think that they in love with you. Think positive. Because you have that power. You have that power. You have that gift. If y'all haven't heard, in Memphis, Tennessee, 29-year-old Nichols, Tyree Nichols, passed away 3 days after he was beaten by 5 black police officers. Those 5 black police officers were arrested and indicted on multiple charges, including second-degree murder and kidnapping. A sixth officer, we call him Caucasian Hands. He is the one that the Caucasian officer that we've seen his hands. He's the one that tased Tyree Nichols. He actually has been arrested as well. And on the next episode of Truth Be Told with the Common Sense Approach, we'll be diving into that. We'll be also getting into why they beat that man to a pulp. There's been many rumors spreading, crazy affairs, and hate. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for the next episode.